Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight championship of the world, the greatest title in all of sports. And that will be on the line Saturday night here in Cardiff at Principality Stadium. And it's all brought to you by Mr. Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. It'll be broadcast live on Sky Sports Box Office, and to our friends in the United States, it's showtime. So without further ado, here to tell you all about the fantastic undercard and the main event is Mr. Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing.
Thank you, Michael. Always a pleasure to have you in town, and thanks everyone for showing up today. Incredible turnout from the world's media. Ahead of the biggest star in world boxing, Anthony Joshua, remarkably the fourth defence of his world heavyweight title, and this time defending new belts as well against mandatory challenger Carlos Takam in front of 78,000 people at the Principality Stadium. I think we've never seen anything like this in British boxing before. We may never see anything like this again. Even at the open workout last night, this young man has transcended the sport of boxing, still remaining disciplined, humble and hungry to be number one, to defend these belts and ultimately win on Saturday night. We can't thank enough our sponsors as well, our broadcasters, of course, Sky Sports Box Office and Sky Sports, who have backed Anthony Joshua from his debut many years ago at the O2 Arena now. Also our international partners, Showtime Boxing, our friends in France, SFR and RTL in Germany, so many to mention, despite we'll be broadcast in over 160 countries worldwide. Thank you, of course, to Anthony's team and Rob McCracken, AJ Boxing, Freddie Cunningham, Andy Bell, everyone doing a great job to make these events spectacular, to make these real shows where we can create iconic images that will be seen for many, many years to come. Right now I'm going to pass over to the head of Sky Sports, Adam Smith, to say a few words and talk to the fighters.
It's wonderful being back in Wales, 24 years after Lennox Lewis's battle with Frank Bruno. Some memories there. This is a new era. This is the AJ era after that epic night at Wembley in April. The road to this world heavyweight title defence has been tricky, but in her step the experienced, fit and highly rated Carlos Takam, answering the call at just 12 days' notice. What a wonderful opportunity for him, and a 78,000 sellout for AJ to perform in. Let's get straight to the fighters. Anthony, how excited are you? First of all, to be back in Cardiff. I know you fought here in your fourth fight, and also to be back in the ring after that thriller at Wembley.
Cardiff is good. Cardiff's looking really good. It was a great turnout at the workout yesterday. And to be fighting again, it's all I do, it's all I know. And it's an honour to be defending these belts, of course. I don't always like to talk about the belts because I've always been a fighter before that, and I've always had the ambition of being a title fighter before I became champion. So me as a person, I'm just looking forward to getting in the ring and handling business.
I know you'd like to keep yourself real, stay hungry and humble, but how much of a privilege is it to be the world heavyweight champion, and how has that changed your mentality?
I think the privilege is like, I'm around like hungry athletes as well, so it gives them an opportunity to kind of see the benefits that come with being a champion, and it keeps them motivated. So I'm just like a reflection of hard work, because you know the UK boxing scene is quite grassroots. So I still go to my amateur club. Just before this championship fight, I was training with all the amateurs, like kids that are like 10 years old, and you can only achieve what you see. So when they're training with like Olympians and professional world champions, they're inspired. So that's real nice to be a champion. I still keep it real and I still train with the grassroots athletes.
And overcoming Vladimir Klitschko in those 11 rounds, which obviously taught you a lot about yourself as well. How do you reflect on that as you go into the ring again?
We're going to have to put that Klitschko win to the side at some stage, you know where I'm coming from, because boxing's unforgiving. That was that, this is now. So, I don't know, Carlos is a completely different animal to Klitschko. But I do know that, you know, I'm willing to kind of do this and do that and do whatever it takes to win. That's what I do know. But in terms of style, technique and preparation, it's completely different. Every camp is completely different. My mindset's completely different. And Carlos is a completely different fight. So all will be revealed Saturday, right? you know. And best of luck to both men, and the best man will win.
You were preparing, of course, long and hard for Kubrat Pulev, a totally different style of fighter. First time in your career that you've had this sort of change. How have you and Robert adapted to that?
I always say, like, Rob helped me because when I first turned professional, I was doing about 6 rounders, and then Rob would be training me like 18 rounds in the gym, and I'd be thinking, I don't know if this pro boxing is for me. I just come from doing 3 round fights, and now I'm doing 18 rounds in the gym and so on. But what I'm trying to say is that he's never just trained me for one style of opponent. You know what I mean? He's trained me to be the best in me. So whether I was fighting Pulev, whether I was fighting King Kong, or whether I was fighting Takam, he's trained me to be ready, to be fit, to be focused, and to adapt new skills in boxing, balance, footwork, hand positioning. He's taught me all these things. So when I heard the news, Carlos is strong, Carlos is fit, Carlos can box. So I just knew that I was going to be facing someone who's ready, and I'm just so happy that I wasn't just training for Pulev. Rob's always trained me to focus on myself, so no matter who it is, I'll always be in good condition to compete against any champion or any contender in the world.
You got the news 12 days out, so did Carlos Takam. Let's bring you in, Carlos. How excited are you about this, I guess, sort of once-in-a-lifetime opportunity with such a short space, 12 days to get your mind around Anthony Joshua? How excited are you about Saturday night?
Speak French. Merci beaucoup. C'est vrai que le match a été. On m'a annoncé le combat un peu très compliqué, un peu très court. Mais j'étais déjà en préparation pour notre match. Donc j'ai dû accélérer un peu ma préparation pour modifier ma façon de boxer contre Anthony. Donc je vais dire aujourd'hui que depuis le jour de l'annonce jusqu'à maintenant, je me sens prêt pour ce match. Et le 28, je suis venu pour gagner.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I heard about the fight in a very short notice. As when I heard about the fight, I was already in preparation for the fight. So I did change my way to train to be ready for this fight. And coming out with training to
You have obviously looked at Anthony Joshua for quite a while now. I know you met him after the Brazil fight, and you said, why not, come and fight me now. So you have actually been prepared.
Tu as déjà eu l'occasion de regarder Anthony et tu t'es prêt à lui dire viens pour le combat. Comment est-ce que tu appréhendes ce combat, ce moment que tu as l'opportunité?
C'est vrai que j'avais déjà eu à rencontrer Anthony et je lui avais dit oui, on devrait boxer. Il m'a regardé pendant les yeux, moi j'ai dit on devrait boxer. Et comment dire, c'est sûr qu'on devrait boxer, mais pas dans ce contexte. Ça c'est sûr que j'attendais le boxer, mais pas dans ce contexte. Donc voilà, je prends le combat comme c'est et je ne, comment dire, je me suis préparé pour ça et je suis prêt pour le match, donc je n'appréhende pas.
Yes, it's true. I met Anthony on an occasion, and I do tell him we're going to have a fight. And at that time, he looked at me in my eyes and said, yes, we're going to have a fight. But I didn't apprehend at that time in this context. But the occasion is here. I'm ready, and going to give it.
You're aggressive, you come forward, you can punch. Have you got the style to beat Anthony Joshua?
Tu as un style agressif, tu vas vers l'avant en boxant. Est-ce que tu penses que ce style te permettra de battre Anthony?
il me pose cette question, on m'a dit qu'il doute de mon style. Alors je l'invite de me suite pour venir voir ce que ça va donner.
Yeah, the question to him said you have a doubt on his potentiality. Or I can say I invite you on Tuesday to see the outcome of the fight.
Okay, finally, Carlos, you seem happy, relaxed. When we came and saw you in Paris last week, it was a very chilled Carlos Takam. Are you just you're seeing this as another job? That this is Saturday night, and on Sunday, win or lose, you go back to your life in Paris, or do you think this will change your world?
On t'a vu hier, tu étais dans ton élément, comme d'habitude. Est-ce que tu vas prendre ce combat comme un autre combat, comme tu as l'habitude de le faire, ou alors tu penses que ce combat changera ta vie dans une
C'est vrai que c'est un gros match. Je ne vais pas dire que ça va changer ma vie. Ça va changer ma vie de sportif, mais pas ma vie normale. Donc, comme il a dit, je suis toujours comme ça, toujours souriant et tout. Mais ça n'empêche que je suis resté concentré au maximum pour ce match.
Yes, I know it's going to be a great fight. This will change my life, of course, but just in the box, not personally, from personally.
And what's your prediction for the fight?
Quel est ton pronostic pour ce combat?
Je vais gagner, bien évidemment.
Of course, I'm going out to win.
Anthony, obviously you're coming out to win, you're coming out to defend those titles. Do you think stylistically it's going to be a more enticing fight with the two of you than it would have been with Pulev?
Probably because, I don't know if you know got some footage of me and my cousin. I've got a cousin, Benga, I don't know where he is in here. And I spar Benga, he's just like Takam built. And I've got many friends just like Takam. And I like to spar, and I fought a lot of people like his style. And I think our style will definitely create some real good fireworks. So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Robert, can we just bring you in a moment? What about the late change for you? You're meticulous the way you go about preparing your charges for battle. 12 days out, a very, very different proposition. How did it affect things?
It wasn't ideal. When I spoke to Eddie, it wasn't ideal because we trained for the best part of 3 months for Pulev. But I think, without a doubt, he's a live opponent. He's a dangerous opponent. I watched him Takam against Povetkin, and obviously in the Joseph Parker fights, very competitive, very difficult to beat. And the main thing is the fans will be the winners because Pulev very experienced, very cagey, technically, and I think, until Anthony caught him, it would have been a cagey affair. I think it's a different fight with Carlos Takam. I think he's coming in, he's going to come in and give it 100%, he's going to believe in himself, and he's going to go for it. And the fans will be the real winners on Saturday. I think you'll see a spectacular fight. I think you'll see a great performance from AJ.
You say it's a real chance he's going to go for it. I just want to align with Christian Kirky, the promoter, the Italians. It's great to have you guys with us. We spoke in Paris last week, and you said these opportunities just don't come around. You've got to grab it with both hands, and you believe that there could be an upset here on the cards.
Yes, good afternoon everyone. Of course there could be an upset because we're talking about heavyweight boxing. So they are over 100 kilos both, so a punch can change the way of the fight. Joshua knows about this. He came back in a great way, in a great fight. So what I hope will be another great fight for the people and for the fighter themselves.
And how much do you believe in your man, Carlos Takam, that he can do something really surprising in this sport? We've seen heavyweight boxing, the twists and turns in the past, the Bone Crusher Smiths coming in at late notice, and Lennox Lewis taking maybe his eyes off the prize a couple of times. Do you really believe that Carlos Takam can become the world heavyweight champion Saturday night?
Sometimes late notice means less pressure. So Anthony is the favorite to win. So the pressure is on him to deliver the win. But Carlos has great chance. We all believe he has a chance to win the fight. And we generally believe. It's not like we come in only for the opportunity. We come to win.
They're coming to win. You've got the pressure on your shoulders.
But then I'm like, I always say to you, right, that's what I said the belts. It's always just a representation of me. I'm like a challenger in my mind. It's not just like this brings an ego and now the big I am. I keep my feet on the ground still and still grinding and still hungry. And as I said, it's like even the belts get taken out of the ring after. I can't fight with the belts on my shoulder and he respects me because of it. He has to respect me because of my fighting style. And that's why Rob said as well, and everyone's saying that I think the fans are always going to be winners in this division now because you've got hungry guys that are coming. As he said, it's not about his personal life. He wants to perform in the ring. And that's the same with me. It's not about anything in my personal life. It's just want to put on a good show and have a good fight.
But personally, you seem to have a real connection with the fans. We saw at the workout yesterday the scenes were incredible, and after you finished, you went and spent a good deal of time with them. You enjoy that, don't you?
Yeah, because I know I used to go to all the boxing shows when I was around the chat, and I would be asking for a picture, and the guys would go, yeah. You know, when you wanted a bit of interaction with your role models, whatever you want to call them. And now I see people that come out to just spend 5 minutes with you. It doesn't take me more than an hour to kind of make someone's whole day. So I always remember that. And that's why I just give them a little bit of my time as much as I can. I've got to think of myself because I've got to fight something, so I've got to rest and stuff. But other than that, I spoke to Rob, I said, look, I'm pretty good to get well. And I'll spend as much time as possible.
Finally, fight fans out there clamouring, of course, for the likes of Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, maybe Tyson Fury, but Carlos Takam's in front of you Saturday night. There's 78,000 there. It's business, isn't it, first?
Yeah. As you said, even though, like you mentioned, other champions, provided me and Carlos perform well, and obviously I have to walk out the winner, then we're both winners. That's it. We're both winners. Klitschko, he lost. He didn't become a champion. He didn't become 3-time heavyweight champion, but he walked out a winner. So right now, we're in the division and the business of providing really good fights. You know, not like we're not here to tip and tap and run for 12 rounds. We're here to get stuck in. And I think the reason why people can relate to boxing is because it's a labouring sport. You have to wake up early, work when you're tired, work when you're ill, stay away from your family. And I know a lot of people out there that are working day to day can relate to this. And that's what I say, this is what fighting's about, and this is what we're going to do. So yeah, let's rock and roll, and thank you guys for promoting what we're doing to the world. But it's something so special for everyone that we're labouring, we're just working and doing a good entertaining fight. Thanks, Anthony.
Thanks, Adam, and thanks to all the fighters up here. 5 p.m. we go live on Saturday. Incredible undercard. I think some of Anthony's teammates and Rio Olympians come through the GB system. Joshua Boazzi, bronze medalist Joe Caldina, his first fight in Wales, Lawrence Okoli, the British Light Heavyweight Championship between Frank Guglioni and Craig Richards. 3 World Championship fights on this card, of course, Anthony against Takam. Katie Taylor, the huge star of Irish and world boxing, going for her first world title on Saturday night. Kaulia Fire, I believe the #1 super flyweight in an incredible division, defending his title against mandatory challenger Sho Ishida, and Dillian White against Robert Helenius for essentially the #1 spot in the WBC division. It's a stacked show, and we thank you all for coming from around the world for your support for this incredible showcase, these incredible events, like I believe we just have not seen before. Saturday night, you're in for a huge treat. Again, thanks to our sponsors, and of course, Sky Sports and Showtime Boxing as well. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you Saturday night. We're going to have head-to-head to the front, and both guys available for you. Thank you.
Josh, straight to the front. Josh, move on to that side there, mate. That's it. Yeah. Second. That's it. That's perfect. That's it.
Do I get it through here?